Thank you very much, guys. Cabo doesn't fall behind. Unfortunately, I do. And I fall behind in fantasy a lot, so it's with bittersweet information. I tell you, Jankos is your fantasy MVP for Week 6. He got 5 kills, he got 13 assists. Deficio is clapping and raising his hands because not only am I playing against Deficio, he's on Deficio's team. 33 fantasy points. I officially resign from #FantasyLCS because I'm losing again. Congratulations to everybody out there that's got them on your team. I want to talk about the OP5 because when it comes to the big leagues, there's more than just the numbers to take a look in. And these 5 players showed up in Week 6, starting with your fantasy MVP, Jankos. He went 5, 1, and 13. He had 100% kill participation versus OG. And as a team, H2K have secured 8 first bloods. All of them, Jankos has been involved in. The 2 he's been involved in, he's even given up. So 10 out of 12 games. Next up, I want to talk about a mid laner, somebody who's rewinding time yesterday, and Bird was the word today. It is Nukeduck. He's great in lane. +9 CSD, doing very, very well as far as the game is concerned, and really showing a consistent level of play that we've not seen from him for a while. Next player that was stepped up this week is going to be XPeppy from Giants. 14 kills, the most of any player in the European LCS this week. His Lux yesterday was fantastic. He's found his barrels today. 4th player on the list is somebody we've not seen on the OP5 yet. It is Wonderwear. He had great CSD. This is something we've talked about a lot. Splice give him all of that mid-game farm. 9.7 CS per minute as a top laner. He went unkilled against Fnatic and helped Splice be the 2nd team to pick up a victory against the top 6. And finally is a man that everybody who has felt his sting this week, it is Cabo Shard, the man with the mouth who never falls behind. 93% kill participation as a top laner. I mean, I think it's fair to say, Cabo, that Vitality, they don't win without you on the front line, my man.
Well, I'm playing Lulu and just doubling my AD carry again.
I try to set you up. I try to make you look good here.
No, but it's actually been a couple of weeks on. You were MVP last week as well. Obviously, we know from your Gamma times you've always been a very good player, but do you feel somehow that you've gone even or gone above and beyond because of the team situation now?
I think so, yes. Like in Gambit, I was playing good, but I was thrown even more resources for me not to fail, kind of. Like it was... I wouldn't say it was hard for me to fail, but I was getting a lot still. And right now we are learning more to play either away from me, either like I have to play with a jungler because sometimes it's just not the best. And I think that's where I've improved the most, yeah. Yeah.
All we've ever said the whole thing is just Shook is like attached to cover.
Yeah, is Shook carrying you? Or
what?
Is Shook carrying you every game?
No, he's not.
Wow.
Only some games. I have the games he carries me, and the other half I carry him.
All right. I mean, that
fine. That makes sense.
That works. That gets you in the OP. However, thank you, QuickShot, for those OPs, but we still got to crown an MVP as well. And when we look at the 10 games as a whole, one player rally really stood out amongst all the rest. Carrying hardest was Vitality's once again. Kasing, who picked up 18 assists to KDA of 10 and 71% kill participation, helping to take his team to a 2-0 week. Of course, this season is the first time that you get the honor of playing with the Kasing effect. What can you tell us about him?
I think he's a really smart player, and today it was like really easy to play because we could go anywhere and he would eat us. So I'm happy to have him near me.
Not only that, but I love the way you guys are playing around the map. You had the Quinn from the middle lane, no TP, but it was Quinn turning up to a lane. Then in comes Tom Kench with the Cogmore, bring everybody in. You got the TP on Lulu. It was very clean, very crisp. I was really liking what Kasing was doing both days. The Bard for day 1, the Tom Kench. I just saw actually just Vitality the last 2 weeks leveled up. It's really, really good to see. Yeah, definitely. That's 3 players now in the OP. Wonderwear, of course, also in those OP. You mentioned it.
Hey, I mean, his game today was fantastic. He was way ahead of Gamsu, but also because Fnatic tried to make Gamsu a split pushing threat for some reason when he overextended. But then, like, their engages from the Nautilus, one thing is being tanky in the front line and just absorbing damage. He was catching carries and, like, locking them down so his team could kill them. Wonderwear had a great game.
He did.
What was that?
That was catching.
Oh, okay.
No? Okay.
Catch the pen.
Oh, there was 2 ways that went.
The action here in Berlin continues next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central European Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, as G2 Esports take on Elements. And later on, Fnatic will face H2K in our match of the week. Tough one, again, for Fnatic. I mean, they have a lot of thinking to do after this week, I think. And H2K and the level of macro play, Whew, it's going to be hard. Kabashar, what do you think of that matchup?
Yeah, I think it's like if they want to prove that they are bouncing back and like gonna be a real contender for playoff, I think it's gonna be their match to win. So we'll see how much they improve next week.
Are they a real contender for playoff?
Right now, no.
Right now, no. All week long, we'll be talking to the coaches also next week of the European LCS for some behind-the-scenes insight into the fight for playoffs. So we're going to get to talk to Sean and see what it is that makes Vitality so good. And week 6 of the Spring Split picks up tomorrow as well across the Atlantic, where the North American LCS starts their Saturday with Energy versus Team Dignitas. Later that day, we'll see a rematch between TSM and Cloud9. And then on Sunday, it is their match of the week between Team Liquid and the undefeated Immortals. The studio lights up at 9 p.m. Central European Time, noon Pacific. Immortals, what's going to happen? Are they going to drop a single game this split?
Renegade is going to pull the upset on day 1 and beat them. That's my prediction.
What do you think?
I don't think they will go 18-0.
Why not?
Because Renegades are going to beat them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think the same.
All right.
I don't know. Huni and Rainover. Fnatic is struggling. Huni and Rainover have gone. They're doing well. Maybe it was the key all along. Conspiracy. Maybe.
It was singed all along. We will see. But for us, it's over here for covering the European LCS for this week. I'd like to thank you, Kabashard, for joining us here on the desk.
Thank you very much for having me there.
Yeah, and congratulations on a 2 in a week once again. For all of you guys, we'll see you back here next week as we approach the home stretch of the 2016 Spring Split. Bye.